denied the sign. So the very meaning of a test will still exist even when Isa alayhi salam descends. This brings me to a note on miracles. Firstly, what is the very meaning of miracle? The very meaning of miracle is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates the miracle. So when someone denies a miracle, they are in fact denying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's divine will and divine power. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is able to create this. Secondly, someone stated again that Sai Baba of India, he performed ostensibly miracles and he was a misguided individual. Therefore, miracles do not prove anything. Sometimes I become shocked at these people that they claim to have studied Deen to their audience, that have they ever bothered to read the books of Kalam where they mention that firstly a miracle is based upon the claim. If the person has false claims and performs a miracle, something which seems like a miracle, a miraculous feat, that is referred to as istidraj, not mu'jiza or karama, istidraj. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may even create at the hands of a deviant person a miracle. You can have pious people, on their hands Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creates a miracle which is known as karama. At the hands of the prophets alayhimus salam, it is known as mu'jiza. But if the person is a deviant, it is known as istidraj. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can create an ostensible miracle at the hands of a deviant. Even though with Sai Baba, his so-called miracle was only one or two things. He would produce an egg from his throat, a gold egg from his throat, and that was a trick with a handkerchief. And the second was dangling chains and silver watches from ostensibly from nowhere. He was actually taking it out of the sleeve. So he was discredited. But let's say for argument's sake that Sai Baba or someone else did a miracle. How do we judge the authenticity of such a person? It's with the mind. So the Quran and the Sunnah and the teachings of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah do not say the mind is not involved. You look at the claim. Was the claim of the person correct? Then it is counted as a karama, or with a prophet as a mu'jiza. But if the person is wrong, a wrongdoer, then you look at the claim from the mind. Is the claim correct? Like he claims a human being is God Almighty. This is incorrect logically. Additionally, this person and his followers cannot make the distinction between the empirically observable and the rationally impossible. Empirically observable is those things that we are accustomed to. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can sometimes suspend the physical norms. This is possible. Rational impossibilities involve those judgments solely from the mind. If I told you 2 and 2 is 5, it's a rational impossibility because I can deduce that from my mind without observing. Even a blind person can tell you 2 and 2 is not 5. Why? Because they never observed this, but they can tell you this from their mind. But if someone tells you that fire can go cold, this falls into rationally possible, but in the physical realm we do not observe it. We do not feel it. So if it happens very rarely, it is referred to as a miracle. And it happens very rarely, because if it occurred every day, it would no longer be a miracle. So miracles occur rarely also. This is of course an entire discussion that I've elucidated in the past, and I've elucidated in one of my forthcoming books also. So Dajjal's power, some people ask, will he have technology by which he does these things? I will answer this in 2 ways. Number one, the hadith that state, for instance, a Dajjal will ride a donkey, or these type of hadith, when they occur in the future, the meaning will become apparent. Meaning